Hello everybody, welcome back. In this video, we're talking a little bit of math again, but we're specifically talking about expressions versus equations, because a lot of people have a hard time remembering what the difference is between the two of them. They're very similar words, they're both E words, they both end in shun. Easy to get mixed up. But an expression versus an equation. Got them in two different colors so you can see the difference clearly with these two. An expression is some type of mathematical statement that's using numbers and operations or symbols. Plus, minus, times, dividing, whatever it happens to be. So adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, that kind of stuff. But there's no equal sign. You notice right here? 4 plus 12, that's all there is. There is no equal sign. It's just 4 plus 12. And that's the difference between an expression and an equation. An expression is just a statement. It's just a mathematical statement saying something with numbers and some symbols. It does not have an equal sign. But an equation literally has EQUA in it. EQUA. That is your cue, and that is your clue that your final equation is going to have an equal sign. An equation has an equals sign. Almost has the word right in it. And that is the big difference. So up here we have 4 plus 12. That's an expression. But the second that you put an equal sign on here, that's an equation. But one other key piece. An equation shows that two things are the same or equal. So 4 plus 12 equals 16. It does, in fact, equal 16. You got to make sure that both sides have the same number then. 4 plus 12 is equal to 16. Does 16 equal 16? Yes, it does. So that would be an equation. So here are some examples of how we would use those. We've got a word problem here. Word problems, people seem to not like word problems, but you know what? Life is full of word problems. Every kind of math situation we come across in life is a word problem. Those are the kind of problems that we're going to see most of. So I like taking a look at those because you get to see exactly how these play into your everyday life. Number one, a Douglas fir tree, this type of fir tree, is 100 meters tall. A ponderosa pine tree is 68 meters tall. So how much taller is the Douglas fir than the ponderosa pine? So we are trying to find the difference between the two trees. Key word here, and I'm going to put that over here, difference. Move the paper over a little bit. Difference. That means subtract. That's the kind of problem we're going to have. Difference is a subtraction problem. So how much taller is the Douglas fir than the ponderosa pine? That is a type of sentence that's going to lead you to think, the word taller than. Taller right here, than right here. That tells me we're going to be dealing with a difference problem. We're going to be trying to tell the difference between these two. That is a subtraction problem. So, subtraction tells me, we have 100. We're going to subtract the other number we have, 68. That's going to tell us the difference between those two. That's going to tell me how different those two numbers are, how far apart they are. But we're looking for an expression. So do I need to put in an equal sign? No, I do not. No equals. This is it. 100 minus 68, that's an expression. The number sentence, though, and that's a little bit different. That's going to be our equation. The number sentence is 100 minus 68 equals something. What is that something? Let's go off to the side and find out. Because last couple videos actually, we've been talking about subtracting numbers. We can do that here. Let's do 100 minus 68. That's our step one. We are going to stack the numbers. Now, this is going to be a little bit different kind of problem than we have seen in the last two videos. It's going to be a little bit trickier subtraction problem, but we can do it. Okay? I believe in us. We can do this. 0 minus 8. If I have nothing, can I take away something from nothing? No. So I have to go to my next door neighbor, and I ask my next door neighbor, hey, can I borrow a 10? Uh-oh. Our next door neighbor doesn't even have any groups of 10. So you know what's going to happen? Our next door neighbor is going to ask his neighbor, hey, is it okay if I borrow a group of 10 from you? Or a group of 100, actually. And in that case, their neighbor is going to say, well, you know, that's going to leave me with nothing, but I like you. That's okay. We're going to do that. Okay. So he runs out of 100. We then have 10 groups of 10 right here. Okay, because we just borrowed 100. Now we have 10 groups of 10. So then we go back and we ask our neighbor, now that we see that our neighbor's got 10 groups of 10, we say, hey, now that you've got some, can I borrow a group of 10 from you? And your neighbor says, okay, that's okay. I borrowed it just for you anyway. So we take a group of 10 from that 10 groups of 10. And then we're left with 10 ones. It's kind of confusing. But again, like everything else, the more of these you do, the more they're going to make sense. So then we look at our ones. Can we take 8 away from 10 now? We certainly can. That leaves us with 2. We have 9 groups of 10 after all of this mess. 9 minus 6 is 32. And then we have no groups of 100 here. 0 groups of 100 minus 0 groups of 100 leaves us with 0 groups of 100 still. So 32 is our final answer for that one. Okay, and that is our complete number sentence. So we know that the Douglas fir is 32 meters taller than the ponderosa pine. Easy enough. Okay. We move on to number 2. Tony's Garden Supplies sells $525 worth of plants. The store also sells $234 worth of supplies. How much money does the store make in all? Okay, keywords. In all. In all, and I'm going to put that over here. In all. Is an addition problem. Okay. In all means we are talking addition. We're going to be adding these numbers. Okay. So let's do that off to the side here. We could, first of all, our expression is right here. Okay, 525 plus 234. Okay, that is an expression. But the second that I put this bar underneath, that bar means equals. Okay, it doesn't have the 2 lines like we're used to with an equal sign, but that bar underneath means equals. So 525 plus 234, that bar means equals. That turns this whole thing into an equation as soon as we get our answer down below. So let's add these numbers together. 5 plus 4 is 9. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. So that is our answer right there, $759. Very important that you put this dollar sign right there. Okay. Also, you realize we just added money. I could put the dollar sign out here and a dollar sign out here. We just added money. That was from a few videos ago as well. How cool is that all this stuff that we were doing before is all coming back into play? All right. Now, number 3, a tree farm. Last one, by the way. This is going to be the last one we'll do here. A tree farm has 248 balsam fir trees and 96 Douglas fir trees. How many more balsam firs are there than Douglas firs? So more than. We're talking a difference once again here. And just like we talked about before, difference means subtract. Okay, So difference is subtract. So off to the side over here, let's set that up. We have 248 balsam firs. We have 96 Douglas firs. We're going to take 96 away from 248. That's an expression right there. 248 minus 96. But as soon as we put that bar, and as soon as we get an answer down there, it turns into an equation magically, just like that. So expression, just number plus minus times divide by whatever number. But the second you put an equation or an equal sign or that bar, plus you put an answer on there, that's going to become an equation. Okay. 8 minus 6, we can do that. That's 2. 4 minus 9, though, we cannot do. So we're going to borrow a group of 100 from our neighbor. Our neighbor is going to be nice enough to borrow us that group of 100. And that means we're going to have 10 groups of 10 moving over to this one right here. So 14 minus 9 is 5 groups of 10 left over, and 1 minus 0 is 1. 152. And then we're going to put that on the line right here as well. 152 more balsam firs. Could you just leave the 152? Yes, you could. But I really like labels. That way you know exactly what we're talking about. It's not just 152 of anything. It is 152 more balsam firs. Okay. Teachers will appreciate labels, so always put a label on if you possibly can. But expressions versus equations and word problems using those. Okay. So there we are once again. Expression, just like that, 4 plus 12. No equal sign, no number on the other side of an equal sign. That's an expression. An equation is 4 plus 12 equals 16. 5 plus 10 equals 15. Okay? That's the difference. Equation almost has that word equal sign in it. Okay? Equal is almost in the word equation. And an expression does not have that. Okay? So keep all of that in mind. That is the difference between an expression and an equation. But thank you for watching. If you have any other video ideas you want to throw my way, feel free to drop it in the comments below. If you have any questions about this video, feel free to throw it in the comments below and I'll try to get back and answer you, whatever your question happens to be. If you just want to say hi, feel free to throw a hi in the comments as well. I'll say hi back. I am happy to read whatever you throw in the comments for me. But regardless, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video, but until next time, take care.